Mark. I'm not guilty. Why do you have a banana next to your name? Was that there before? Banana. 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 April Fool's event? Oh. Ah, okay. I was like, was that a banana always there? I see, I see. Got it. Share a clip, get banana? Oh, really? Any clip? I didn't even... Did Twitch advertise that? I must have missed that. It's so warm, Mark. I was looking for fans before I started stream. I need a new fan. Like a fan that actually blows cold air and not just moves air around. I need a new fan. Only fans? No, I need a fan that blows cool air. Like an actual fan. Like a cooling fan. It's warm in my room. And I can't open the window because I'm noisy. And I can't turn on the AC because it's too loud and it's too strong. Before, I used to use the AC in past years, but only sometimes. So, string AC? No, it's strong. It's strong. Like, I have a big AC. It's a big AC unit for the room that I'm in. It's a little too big for the room that I'm in. So it's loud. And it makes my eyes dry. I forgot what we were doing in this game. So not central cooling. I do have central cooling, but we only turn it on when the whole place is hot. My room is always the warmest, so I need something that isolates just my room occasionally, because the rest of the place is not hot. It's just my room right now because of the PC that I'm running, and I'm sun facing during the day. So I don't know why my room gets so warm besides the computer, because my computer generates a lot of heat because it's a computer. And for group meeting to turn up a degree or two. The thing is, there is no heating or cooling on right now. It's just out. It's normal. It's a normal heat right now. It's a normal temperature, so we don't need it. It's just my room. Hey, LED. Among Us. I'm talking about fans because I need one. Oh yeah, we met the ballerina. I forgot. What is normal? Like, it's like a good 74? Maybe? But in my room, it's probably closer to like 78. Hey, LED, how's it going? Hey, Grumpy Ghost. Hello, hello. Hello, Dip. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. 78. Yeah, I think it's close to that right now. Sauna. Yeah, it's kind of warm. Like I can feel I can feel the air. So it's not very. I have a fan on me, so maybe in my direct vicinity it might be like 74 or 76, maybe 76. But my room in general is very stuffy. And I can't open the window because I'm loud. Oh yeah, we met the ballerina. Get a spray bottle to spray stuff with fan. No, I need like a constant fan that cools the air. I need a fan that cools the air, not just blows the air. I just have one that blows the air. Yeah. But hi, everybody. I know I said I wasn't gonna drink dairy today, but I have a matcha. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. Oh yeah, the ballerina. She kicked us out of her room after we talked to her. How's everybody? It's so warm. Get a block of ice for a fan to blow. No! I was looking at fans genuinely, but I don't know what's a good one, so I gotta go do more research. Because it needs to be quiet, but also needs to cool the air. I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what that speckled bed might be. I'm pretty sure it's the pets. We didn't manage to investigate at all. Then I imagine... that we won't be able to for a while. We'll still never get past that sailor guarding the door. Get a window air conditioner? Huh? I actually do have an AC unit that's in the window. I do, but the AC unit is very strong and very loud. So sometimes you can hear it on stream, but mostly it's just too strong. My eyes get dry. Hi, Kamasi. How are you? How far in Dave the Diver did we get? I managed to bartender the cold noodle dish. That's as far. I'm pretty sure that might be the end, but I did it. Open window. I can't. I'm too noisy. I'll bother people. I am addicted to Marvel Rivals once again. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know much about Marvel Rivals. I know what the game is about and what it is. And I know a new character is Emma Frost? Emma something? Is that her name? A new character? You noisy doll. Shut up. He's clearly glaring at us, as if to say, don't even think about it. I'm not guilty. Well, I'm guilty of being noisy. Emma Thick Dice Frost? Hell yeah. I like her design. It's cool. I hear some people don't like it. I don't know why, though. I don't know much about the comics. Ah! Thanks, Rising Fire. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Noise polluter. I'm a noise polluter. But why do people not like Emma Frost's design? Why? Does anybody know? I saw some people arguing about it on Twitter. Gassy? I'm not gassy today. Oh, a little bit. Not too much, though. Not right now. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? You have dairy. I have dairy, but it's lactose-free dairy. So I still might get the throat phlegm, but I won't get the gas. Oh, yes. He's completely disappeared. When did he do that? I got handcuffed. He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. Sag. We hate on revealing outfits, but we're okay with Venom being caked up and throwing it back. But are there not other female characters that are also kind of sexy? No? Is that the discourse? Is that there's too much leg happening? I thought it'd be more stupid. Like something about the comics. The comics don't show her like that. I thought it was something like that, maybe. Gooner Bates? I don't understand, though. She's not that sexy. She looks very normal compared to most character designs I've seen in a lot of games. I don't understand. And I've seen some of the comics. Isn't she, like, pretty normal looking? I don't understand. Handcuffs freaky. I see. No, I'm being accused of murder. I wish. I wish that was the reason. I checked that. You're just overreacting on simple outfits being sexy. I'm pretty sure they're... I mean, it must be not a normal person. They must be, like, a little off. The people complaining. You know what I mean? It's not a normal person complaining. They're definitely, like, the weirdos. No normal person would complain about that. We saw it. What do you say? We saw do it. I didn't kill nobody. What? Why you look like that? You want something? Hmm? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, hmm? Ah, no, no. Definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter. Understand? Oh, he's gonna throw me off the ship. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think he will. I don't think I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruhodo-san. Good call. We already looked at the cheese trap. Oops. We already looked at that. We looked at this too, but why didn't it? Why is there no check? Yeah, we already... why am I looking through this again? I already looked at this. Why is it not checked off anymore? Huh. That's weird. People that hate Emma Frost is the same one that loved Concord. Who's Concord? Is that another character? The thing is, like... why are people complaining at Marvel Rivals? I'm like... I've never heard of this issue with, like... I don't know, Mortal Kombat or something. And those girls are really sexy, too. Most girls in most video games are really sexy. Emma Frost design's so normal. Maybe it's just young fans and, like, weird people complaining that have probably never seen a lady before. I don't understand. Or maybe... am I just out of touch? Because I'm on the internet a lot and I like anime, that I've seen way crazier shit that it doesn't faze me. Am I no longer, like, in touch? Well, I've never been in touch to begin with, actually. First class cabin. It's our cabin. Not... that's my cabin, too. I was sleeping in there. Sorry. Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. Is the game that died in 2 weeks because characters were too ugly and weird? Oh, is that what happened? Were they ugly and weird, or were they just normal looking people? Is Tangia acting up? Really? But someone redeemed... You redeemed the guilty thing, though. Hi, Kilik. Okay, I drink water. Well, I'll drink matcha first, and then I'll drink water. Thank you. I made myself matcha today. Matcha better choice? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm at my own matcha today. How are you? I did. Not loading it for me now. Oh. That's weird. I wonder what's going on with Tangia. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. Anyway, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga has managed to uncover any new clues. Oh yeah, I forgot he's with us. Yes, we should probably find him and ask. Yeah, I need to go back inside. I did not murder my best friend. I resent this. Oh, oops. Why do I keep clicking X? Move to my room. Yes, okay. I forgot the controls for a second. Oh, everyone, I got a new toy to use when I'm, like, not concentrating. What do you call it? A stim toy? Are they called stim toys? Like when you can't concentrate and then you, like, use like a fidget toy. I got a new fidget toy recently. They're like magnetic sticks. It's very interesting. Why is my chat not scrolling? No, a fidget toy. Grumpy Ghost. I don't have that. Jesus. ADHD acting up at sea. I don't know. I would say undiagnosed, but there's a possibility I have it. I use it during meetings. Because I do a lot of remote meetings. I had to use it. I got it a few days ago. A day ago. Actually, yeah, I think I got it before. Yesterday. Wednesday. Those are during meetings? No! I bet there's some people out there that do that, though. Imagine. I bet there are people who do that. Nasty. Yes, on that subject. Ow. I poked my nose. I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? Freaky. I would be. I don't know anyone that would do that normally. I'm sure someone does with how remote work is still a thing. I don't judge, but I do buy content. I mean, I feel that. I buy content too. But I like ASMR. I don't buy visual ones. He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Where is he? Oh, there he is. As much as I tease, I can't do ASMR. That's fair. I only like some of the talking scenarios. I don't like the item ASMR. Like, I don't like when people, like, tap on shit and like, swish brushes and, like, touch water or slime. I don't like that type of ASMR. Oh, no. Hosonaga-san got beat to... Oh, my God. He got beat up so bad. Ugh. Oh, reminds me. No food, drink, ASMR today? Nope. Only drinking liquids. I've been trying to be better about how I eat. So I'm trying not to eat after dinner. And which is now. Now is after dinner. Ah, you're back. Inspector! What happened to you? I like the fireplace ASMR. I think that counts as just like sound, like fireplace noises. I think it's a soothing one. Please don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Made by a bear, maybe. Slurp water then? Fine. I have a whole water. When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. Jesus. It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. Oh, he looks so beat up. I'm not a sussy baka. Why? That happened? I'm just reading. I'm trying to gather clues on a murder that I'm being framed for. How am I a sussy baka for that? Cause sus. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door. Oh, do you know who she is? Sussy baka fits you. Hey! Mean. You're guilty. I'm not. Oh, why is yeah, I guess Tenjia isn't working. I see Grumpy Ghost redeemed, but Tangia is not triggering. What happened? Let's see. Tangia moderation. Sad. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me check on it real quick. Yeah, even my Tangia extension moderator is not opening correctly. I wonder if it's Tangia server. It might be, because it's nothing I can check. I can only see if it's working or not. And it was working a second ago, strangely enough. Huh. Alright, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Sometimes I hate how some of this is formatted. Yeah, it went straight into the Tangia void. But it doesn't hurt to Google it. Tangia outage. Dun 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 dun. Let's see. Looks like there has been a report of Tangia not working, other than me. Let's check. Let's check Twitter. Nothing posted on Twitter. When is anti-stream? You can't play those games on Twitch. What are you talking about? You can't play those on Twitch. The closest I can get is that Bunny Garden game. Right, loading Tangia. Yeah, even I opened the extension as a viewer and I don't see it working either. That's upsetting. And I guess for now I'll have to turn them off. I don't want people wasting their money. Or their bits. Oh, their bits or their channel points. Okay, I'll just turn them off for now. Sorry, everybody. Tangia is being stupid. Cooking stream? Actually, I've been thinking about the cooking stream. I'm probably gonna go look for a laptop or something like that soon, because the NVIDIA 5K, those 5K graphic card laptops just dropped, so they're available. I don't plan on buying one of those, but I plan on looking at the 40s because they might be cheaper. Not that the 50s are available. And I just got that email or text like maybe this week. So I will look. I do want to do a cooking stream though. But I do want to try to do it at least this year. But I need to go look for a PC first that can move. I tried the ramen broth egg hack. It works. But I'm too full to eat it all. What do you mean? You mean you just added egg to your ramen? Well, let's continue. Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Of course, she's a prima, too. Ada. Why is he so sick? Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh, how? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oh, he's biased. Oops, now I've definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed. Ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. Oh, we're docking in Hong Kong? Alright. Making port in China. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Eat all the noodles, add a couple eggs, microwave for 3 minutes, now ramen's flavor. Oh, that hack. Oh. That sounds good. Maybe eat it tomorrow then? That soup has a lot of sodium in it. There is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please. Ooh, new info. Give me the tea. What is this new information you have, Inspector? Why are you bullying the seaman? I'm not bullying the seaman. His boss beat him up. And this is actually an undercover Japanese inspector. So he's like a police officer that's going undercover right now. As a sailor. It's this. The Buria's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. My best friend. Oh, Kazuma's post-mortem report. This is gonna hurt. Kazuma-sama. Nah, it doesn't sound good to Frigid. Ah, damn. That's too bad. So what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is written in the report. Where is that? Cervical? Vertebrae? The back of his neck? His neck was broken. Hey, I did it! Where Ichiban in this game? Ichiban's not in this game. Somebody snapped my best friend's neck? Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. Oh, so at first I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Someone snapped his neck. Nothing has been found as of yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, so someone whacked him. Oh, I see. Something that wouldn't leave a mark? Okay, hold on. That's stupid, right? It suggests it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't leave a mark? There's no blunt object in the world that you would whack someone in the neck with that wouldn't leave a mark. You'd at least get a bruise or something. Somebody snapped my friend's neck, no? Manly hand snapped her best friend's neck. I hope no one snapped his neck. That's a pretty brutal way to go. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. What do you mean? He would bruise like no tomorrow. What do you mean no? That doesn't make sense. You can't get hit with a blunt object so hard that it causes death and there's no mark left over. What? I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. Oh, don't look at me like that. See, Susato-san? He trusts me, unlike your bitch ass. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? I'm here. What did I miss? Hi, Liam. Nothing big. We We're just sharing information with the inspector here. We got Kazuma-san, Kazuma's post-mortem report that he has an damage to his neck. So, but we don't know what happened exactly yet. Yeah, Susato-san, you better look fucking guilty. Here it is. See, a report from the SS Burris medical officer giving the cause of death as cervical spine injury. There were no traces of external injury or poison, which again doesn't make any sense to me. Who conducted this post-mortem? How's it going, Liam? Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept around on the floor investigating. She got a new toy. I got a new fidget toy. I got a fidget toy. Grumpy ghost. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing. But he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. It was written over... It was when he was over here by the piece of broken glass. Do you see? Oh, the pink one. It looks like a... I don't know what it is. Perhaps he was talking about the brick-colored mark, do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. How could Mr. Sholmes know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is this, Susato-san? Well... Kazuma-san was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? A sort of brownish red, then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh, does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? Oh, okay. Interesting. Why did that sailor change positions in the background? That's all I can really tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewman's... Oh, that's why he changed positions. He's like staring at him. For like sussiness. My fellow crewman's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Jones was right about it being shoe polish. I guess so. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. Ahem hem. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. Oh, no. Well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is... I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke up this morning. Eh? A heavy head? That's interesting. Hosonaga was bleeding from the mouth. I saw it. That's the thing. This guy's been bleeding from the mouth since we met him back in Japan. I don't know why he's bleeding all the time. They haven't explained it. I don't know why he's sick. My head's still throbbing too. All right. Let's talk to this guy. You, where did you go? Oh, sorry. I just went to the next door cabin to vet. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, I mean, Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into a ball and throw him in the cold room. That's racist. Oh, he's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Stop stalking me! This guy's scary. Cool. Okay, I've pretty much done everything. The sailor is really rude and strict. And racist! Alright. Wardrobe, which is for me. I was sleeping there. But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelled out my name, don't you think? That's true. I was wondering that. Why didn't he just spell out my name? Why did he write wardrobe? Yes, and racist. Yeah! It's hard to imagine that Kazuma-sama would have written his last words or word in Russian. Which begs the question of who did write it? Can I check the wardrobe? No, I guess I can't. I already have. So this ventilator joins to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Yes, that's right. And just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. A speckled band, as he described it. Maybe it's the pet's collar or something. If only Miss Pavlova had been able to shed some light on it, but she seemed as baffled as we are. No, maybe not. Yes. I wonder if she's telling us everything, though. Probably not. She didn't show us her pet yet. I'm not sure. I know most people aboard would say the same about me, but there's something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. Alright, so we explored that. Wardrobe. Do I gotta explore this again? Yep. Writing in the diary. A whistling sound. That still hasn't been really determined yet what the whistling sound was. Speckled band. I miss Kazuma. Alright. Alright. I checked that already. Miss Pavlova. Am I the only one that saw the food reference? Just wondering. Like the food, right? The food? Pavlova, the dessert? Are you talking about the dessert? Yes, like the food. I wouldn't be surprised. This game is pretty consistent with its kind of punny names and like or like things that are really obvious, like Herlock Sholmes. So I'm not surprised they made a food reference. Can I leave yet? Can I move elsewhere? Oh, they're letting me move. I thought that guy wouldn't have let me pass out the door. Okay. Why am I out here though? Ah! Look, Naruhodo-san. Seaman Stroganoff is gone. Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Let's go back into her room. Tra-la-la-la-la. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. I did it. What? I did it. The great detective way. Is Herlock Sholmes singing to himself? This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. All right, here we go. Before that stringy knot crewman comes back. Sherlock Sholmes. Yeah. Not it's Stroganoff, not Stringnot. Go inside the room. Where's her pet? The briefcase is open. Uh-oh. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san. Oh, where's she gone? It still hasn't shown the pet? Not yet, but the pet's gone. Look, the briefcase is open. Hi, Bentendo. Ara. What are you... Hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake. Did she just take something? Not just for Kazuma-sama. Huh? What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Oh, that's nice. We might see it soon this time. I hope so. Someone get Phoenix right in here. We got a level 5 mystery. I know, right? But I am his ancestor. So maybe it'll work out the same. Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. Alright, time to investigate. Where the fuck is the pet? It's not here. Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside. But according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she said she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The pet got pednapped? I think the pet escaped. Naruhodo-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here. Yes, why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Bitch, please. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know? Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Well, shit. Okay, there's a plate on the floor. It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are very thirsty people. What? Or, because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet. I mean, it could be either. What does that have to do with anything? It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. What? You're either rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? The fuck? There's a plate on the floor. I played enough Phasmophobia to where this may go. Lol JK. I haven't played Phasmophobia yet. Is that something? Is that an indication of something? There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian. Idiot. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that. Bitch, then don't answer me. The fuck? I wonder if the pet went through the vent. So this ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. We need a Russian translator. I agree. Ah, maybe. Maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night, Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. Was it a snake? There's no way. Why would a Russian ballerina have a snake on her? Pretty much any item in Phasmophobia laying around in the house can be flung around by ghosts. Ah, especially one of the ghosts, forget the name. This includes plates in the kitchen. Oh, I see. That sounds spoopy. Okay, this is the bell to ring for service. No! You just signaled to someone that someone's in this room when they shouldn't be. The hell? Well, yeah, we don't want people to come in here, bitch. What are you doing? All the books have toppled over together. Look, every single one. Do you think that's the god that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Kazuma's room, in Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing her. Okay, we already read this. It gets chaotic when you meet hackers, though. Some people make ghosts fling items around like a hurricane. Jesus. People hack in Phasmophobia too? That's weird. Not gonna lie, Susato's kimono looks quite good. Isn't it cute? I like the little flower design on it. It is very cute. Why did she just blame me for knocking over all the books? Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Hackers everywhere. Insert everywhere. The thing is, I don't understand, but I understand the incentive to hack in games that are competitive with ranks. Does Phasmophobia have a ranking system? Because, like, why would you hack in a game that's not competitive or ranked? When I say hack, I mean hack to win. I don't count mods as hacking, because mods generally are for, like, add additions to the game for, like, fun shit, you know? We already read the rules of passage already, too. Don't ask me, I don't play many horror games. I'm asking Nintendo. I don't think so, but there's EXP farming. Ow. Sweaty gamers. Phasmophobia. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized she needed to keep contents. Okay. I wonder if her pet's a snake. Speckled band? Alright. Okay, we checked that. We checked that. Bed, wardrobe, vent, bookshelf, case, table. Last thing is the door. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. If the bolt's drawn across, then there's no way anyone could enter the cabin from outside. Yes, that's not particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it seals up perfectly, too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through the crack around the closed door either. See, I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. This game has good logic. It's okay. I think it makes sense where it makes sense. Other points, I'm not sure. Oops. There's no one to converse with. Usually. Yeah, usually. Who else do I talk to? I feel like there's nothing really significant in here that I haven't seen already. But Susato-san took something from the wardrobe, it looked like. Or she wrote down something. Let's go back to the passageway. Herlock Sholmes. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look! Wow, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you? Sholmes! He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Tra-la-la-la-la! For a moment there, I thought he was one of the yellow guys from Monsters Incorporated. Haha! the decontamination team. I did the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Yeah. Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Yes. There were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. What is he saying? And through it all, when there was doubt, it's luckily Herlock was about. Excuse me. Hey, Shams, we're here right now. I know, right? Hey, you! I solved it all and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! Oh. Ah! What is it? You want to fight? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing. And I was just about to reach that climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop. So I figured now is a good time as any. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Could you put those fists away? Jesus. Mr. Sholmes? You seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in study of the ship's log as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find out anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... Jones is a fighter and a detective, the whole package. I think he's just chicken shit. You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. He's making fun. That's racist! Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Wait, detective and a fighter? This reminds me of Isomnium Files. Well, at least, I forget the main character's name. At least he was actually doing his job. That's an interesting game. I played the first one. It was fun. Not my favorite visual novel, but I liked it. Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands sentry in this first-class passageway. And he has almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. I can see why. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report. Precisely. But put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, that ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean? Yes. There were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post. Fair? What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now. But we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. Okay, thank you. Give me my rice paddle. I will not allow insults in this Twitch courtroom. Yeah! No insults. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. That makes Sholmes. Brilliance. Jesus Christ, buddy. Chill. Oh, ouch. What is it? Especially from Sholmes. Yeah! Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more. Have we all been gas poisoned or something? Like, I'm feeling bad. Sholmes is feeling bad. The inspector is feeling bad. Why does everyone have a headache this morning? We're all poisoned. I thought he had a headache from too much craziness. I wish. Susato had noticed. Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Is something wrong, Susato-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just... well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh! You too? We've all been poisoned. Did he take the ship log? I guess we could go back inside to my cabin. Or Kazuma's cabin. Did someone give everyone brain damage? I think maybe something was spread through the vents. And then we all got headaches. For some reason, maybe I got put to sleep. So this murder could happen. Maybe so did the guard. Then how are we all not dead? I don't think it was something to kill us. I think it was something to make everyone fall asleep or be groggy so the killer could come in and get Kazuma while everyone was fast asleep with no chance of interruption. That's my guess. The pet was a skunk and someone fed the skunk something that made a nasty gas. No. That's silly. Let me think. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoes. What I'd like to know is, how can a detective be so sure that it's the shoe polish and not something else? Because he's a great detective, of course. That's hardly a reason, is it? Where the hell do I look around now? Let's see. I've investigated pretty much everything in this room. Talk to you. So like an anesthetic, not poison. Yeah, exactly. Something like that. I checked everything, no? We already went inside earlier. Alright. Alright, they want me to go back inside. Alright. In Ace Attorney, you must leave no rock unturned. You're right. Oh. There it is. Ah! What's that? Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter mile for. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. Oh shit, we're crashing. What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? I can't stand. Susato-san, hold on to me. Ah! Oh my. Did we get attacked? Susato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? Is this the Titanic? I sure hope fucking not. I think I'm fine, thank you. Naruhodo-san. One of our cats was getting chill on my lap, and when you said the wee noise, it quickly looked at me at the screen. My bad. I disrupted the piece. Oh gosh, everything's knocked over. Looks like we avoided a collision. I think. Yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Kwa. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like Inspector Hosonaga. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door quickly. What? The bolt? Oh, it slid forward. I see. Oh, look at that. The door is bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. Ah, was there a funny lurch in the ship to cause the latch to lock and the books to topple over, like during the murder? Or the cat is pretending to be in the game? Maybe. Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? Yeah. I better tidy this place up first. Why? Our violent emergency stop has solved one mystery, at least in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. What? I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Why? What happened? What's this foreshadowing? To be continued. Now! It continued. Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Hey, Foxhound, how are you? How's it going? Herlock Sholmes, we got a situation! Apparently. Susato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt. You, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, that appears to have been a false report, though. Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming. Crew are running everywhere. This first-class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Ah, you wicked intruder dressed all in black. You are the devil. What the fuck? Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first. I think I saw an image of Stroganoff somewhere before. Really? You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector. Yes? Arrest this man. I know he did it. He's a criminal. It's not enough that he has killed a man. Why is she playing games? What? I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna tell your fucking secret. Ah, and he's a stowaway as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? What the fuck? Take him away. He's a trespasser as well as everything else. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right. You are devil. It doesn't look good, does it? There is cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. We need Sholmes' fighting skills right now. Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga, is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. Ooh, old days Hong Kong? I hope so. That'd be fun. I know we're just docking there, though. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Is there something I can present? Why am I examining here? The fuck? How are you? I'm good. Just resting. Glad it's Friday. Trying to stop being blamed for a murder. How is you? Don't touch my things. You want me to show you where the crawfish hibernates? Hiya! Did I get flipped again? Why? What do you think you're doing? Why is everyone attacking me? Susato-san can suck a chode. What the fuck? I'm good, thank you. Oh, good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Isn't there anyone who can help me out of this vessel? Out of this mess? Oi! I thought he was gonna say, why is everyone upside down? What in the... What are you doing up there? Spider Holmes. Hey, that's her tiara! Mr. Sholmes. Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business? Why does he have her tiara? Why? And she's not yelling at him. The fuck? Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. No. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles, naturally, I wish to determine if it would bend. That conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. The fuck is he saying? I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. Ah, you again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector. I confess I've been looking for you. When we get to old day Hong Kong, I'm gonna have some ramen. That sounds good. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than the hook on the wall next time. What is to report? Speak! An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Ramen. Yes. The case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Buria, has been solved by me, naturally. Eh? Why does she look surprised? Well, why does she look concerned? Really? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Oh dear, here we go. Ha! You have solved it. Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all knew who was responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it! The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, it's what we call a locked room mystery in detective stories. Sherlock Holmes is a narcissist, I can tell. Oh yeah, 100%. He'd be a pain in the ass to be around in real life. Nah, locked room. That is point. The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from the outside of the cabin. You're all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh yes, there is another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. While my water bottle made noise and it scared the cat. Aw, poor kitty. What other entrance? We've never discovered one. Why? It gapes open mouth at you even as we speak. Are you talking about the vent? The ventilator, man. The ventilator? You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. Well, that's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that teeny opening. It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Stroganoff, another food reference? Yeah, stroganoff. Yeah, like the pasta. The beef pasta, beef stroganoff. Uh-oh. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? 123, I can hear a faint whistling sound. 135, what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Ooh, I learned something. Precisely, my dear madame. But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Eh? Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There is a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What am I about to expose? Oh dear. For you all. Is it a snake? Is it the pet? For you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold! What the? It's the pet. It is a snake! I called it! It's a snake! That's a fucking big snake, though. Like, that's not a small thing. That's a big fucking snake. Allow me to introduce you all to the band. The Speckled Band. A snake? Indubitably. That's her pet. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? It looks more stripy. Wouldn't you say? Aw, was I wrong? Yes, you're right. I think in this case you would have called it the striped band, wouldn't you? Trying to constrict Stroganoff's head. He seems unbothered. You both see and observe with distinction, however. Do you not think that this is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? My goodness, really? It's a trap? How exactly? I think perhaps it is time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. The whole thing has nothing to do with me. There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. Eh? But there's no puncture wounds. On the autopsy, there was no puncture wounds. At least not reported. Oops. She turned white as a bowl of rice again. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi? I think he's trying to say something. It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So, everyone, let us begin. The snake almost looked real. It looks pretty good. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Not this shit again. Edgeworth would say that about there being no puncture wounds, and he would have had the updated autopsy. I agree! Alright, time to find the contradictions in this fucking man's deduction. Death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. You cannot deceive yourself. Horrid events, you aching heart. When you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. Very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on the pretentious night? Or naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel. As I suspected, another telltale glance. Oh god. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. Ah! Ah! The victim's written... Oh my god. Observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band. Whereas regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give then, pray? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? What is she hiding? No, don't... I think I was bit Sholmes, I know, right? What is she hiding? You have the answer to this quandary, even now hidden behind your back. What? Oh. That which you're trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake's slowed skin. Is that not just a scarf? Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin. No? I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Just because a snake sheds its skin doesn't mean its pattern changes. Last night through the ventilator, visible in this cabin. Then your speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as the bridge, the serpent silently descended into victim's quarters. The dim light appeared to the who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it slows its skin. That's not how snakes fucking work. Also, is this snake even poisonous? How could she have it as a pet if it was poisonous? Unless it doesn't bite her. Snakes so dreadful, we could only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. Why the fuck India? This is all fucking wrong. It could take out the venom glands. You think, but do you think they would have that technology back then? Okay. Time to correct him. How did this young man lose his life and why? Now that's too dumb of a death. He did not die by a snake. According to the data which I've apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. Did he get strangled to death by the snake? The circumstance of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. They said there's no poison in him. Now, if we take that as a fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm that is the scene of the crime. No. I hate having to correct this fool. Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. Which I have. The almost but not quite imperceivable puncture was left on the venom's... There is no puncture wounds! Yes, the yeah. Okay, just let me prove it wrong already. You might get to that thing about no venom being in him. No, the part... This is the... I don't... Not this part. This part where Sholmes is just talking out of his ass. He's supposed to talk out of his ass. And then I'm supposed to correct it. After the incident, you hide everything, didn't you? But now your involuntary glass betrays the hiding place.
2 hours later.
I know, this is taking forever. Oh, Tangia's back! I wonder why it went down for so long. It's back now. I'll turn back on the redeems. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. Okay. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Oh, the fake detective trope, but longer than usual. It's so long! Yes, the snake was inside the fucking case. I get it. Sholmes talks like he does. It is telling that the victim made a note of how low whistling sound that we heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had to use to train your serpent pet? To train? Can we please stop talking? Indeed, you put the serpent through the ventilator and wait. After it appeared, you summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty. First of all, Cosmo heard the whistle before he fucking died. The victim appeared to not have been dispatched. You released the snake once more. You deny the snake has undergone such training. It's not true. Having slithered through the ventilator. I'm getting impatient. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt my logic is infallible. My turn. Cross-examination. Go faster. Okay, my turn. Jesus. Talks way too fucking much. The snake is kind of cute. Finally, cross-examination. I know, this took so long. The snake is not a killing machine. Saucer of milk, promised food. Snakes don't drink milk like that, I don't think. And incredible. You've solved the mystery. Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't. The thing is, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, he's just as much as an idiot as everyone else here. Are there people saying this isn't sarcasm? No. Everyone else is pretty much an idiot here. Unless they're prompted to be smart. Like Susato-san, this girl, she's a daughter of a professor. She's pretty dumb until she needs to be smart, which is right now. She's going to start questioning it, I think. And then Naruhodo, until someone asks him a question, like, does that sound right? He won't think of it. He'll just accept it at face value. Because he's not trained to be a lawyer. He's just a normal-ass guy right now. Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes? Unfortunately, Susato-san's the only one who has kind of a brain in this game. But of course, what's on your mind? Kind of like Phoenix, right? He's stupid unless prompted to be smart. Yeah. It's just about your deductions before. Something doesn't quite make sense to me. I welcome questions as to my method, and I will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good. First of all, snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family. You are well informed, madame. And reptiles, don't drink milk. See, that's what I was saying. Snakes don't drink milk. It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to trade a snake using milk as a reward. No matter. No doubt Ms. Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds. No, it doesn't. Well, there's something else. Snakes have no ears. I mean, they kind of do. They're just, they don't have ears. They're just holes in their heads, no? For sensors? I don't think snakes generally do things by hearing, no? Do they not just have holes in their heads? I forgot. But it's true, they don't have ears in the traditional sense. Yeah, they could sense a whistle's vibration. Yeah, they're more movement and vibration sensitive, not really sound sensitive. But this is kind of old-time Japan and, like, Europe, so they don't fucking know anything. Yeah, so I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal to a snake by whistling. But madame, what of the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of snakes that dance to the sounds of a flute? I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements. Oh, I see. Now I'm just imagining a snake with normal ears. Ah, that's weird. No hands, no feet, no ears. These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless. I'll take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes. He's crashing out. Sholmes is an idiot. He is. There is one other thing. You have more? Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in these cabins. Then it should try harder! Please don't be angry with me, Mr. Sholmes. The point is... Hold on. Nose is itchy. Everything you said was bullshit. Even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, it couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that you're full of shit. Is that there's a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. Yeah, you phony fuck. Wow, Hatsugashi! I think we need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh no, you don't mean... Yes, we need to modify Mr. Sholmes' latest deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. I had a feeling that was coming. Get this phony detective out of our Twitch court. I know, right? Alright, let's give it a try. Just what I was waiting for. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, right. So cast your eyes down to your wrists again. What? Oh, he removed them from me. You've done it again! Your handcuffs are gone. He's very good with sleight of hand, though. Where did they go? Fear not, I shall see they're restored after our work is done. I really wish you'd leave them off. Now, okay, let's do the cross-examination, please. Here we go. My turn. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Alright. Death has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. When you recall those hordes, your aching heart smarts with pain. What the fuck does that mean? She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Sholmes has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be some way to interpret her expression then? Let's take a moment and really look very closely at Miss Pavlova. Is her wrist hurt? It seems like her hand is hurt, no? Yeah, there it is. See? Right there. A claw scratch. What scratched her? Oh, Naruhodo-san, look! That looks like a very painful wound. Time to go make breakfast for dinner. Hell yeah. Hope you have fun with the rest of the stream. Thanks, Killick! Enjoy your breakfast dinner. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I'll see you again soon. And fairly recently, too. Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here. Well, that's what it was. That. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, the claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch sometime last night? From what, though? When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. When I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse. What the fuck does that mean? And it is that very pain, the evidence... What was the nature of this intruder that stole into the crew's cabin? The portentous night? A friend, which boarded the vessel, was it not? No, because the thing doesn't have claws. I can remember something caused pain to be worse. That makes no sense. Unless it's like a broken heart. Yeah, you can't say physically it does that. Hi, Arrow. How are you? How's it going? How you doing? How to be? As I suspected, another telltale glance. Oh, God. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent. Because it can't be. It's not caused by the snake. The snake doesn't have claws. Oh, so the snake is not her friend. Snakes don't have claws. Is it a kitty? I've had a roller coaster of a week, but I'm good. Hope you and everyone had a good day. Ah, hope your week can come to a more calm conclusion for the weekend. I had a lot to do this week too, but I am in the process of relaxing. Tomorrow I have plans to go exercise, and then we go stream again. No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of this friend of hers? Yay, plans, clap. I'm trying to be more healthy, so I bought like a Pilates membership. So I'm gonna try to do Pilates once. Well, as many times as allows per week. I told myself if I just bought the membership, I'd feel guilty not using it. And if I don't use it, I'll waste money. Girl math. So I'm guilting myself to use it. Make good use of it when you can. I'll do my best. I'm so busy, but I'm gonna try and make time. Wait, free tea in the BG? What? Oh, she does have a kitty. Darn, my first guess was correct. I thought she had a cat initially. Aw, so cute! Kettle and cup on the table. Oh. Nah, it might be for tea though. Kitty, so cute. Oh, wait, that bell. That bell. You can see half of that bell at the murder scene. The cat was present. She's exceptionally beautiful, isn't she? Yes, that's true. But personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that's caught my eye. Kitty. So it rings a bell. The cat's so cute. It is! Lol. Look at the little cat Miss Pavlova's cuddling here. Oh, what a cute little kitten. It could vie with you, couldn't it? Vie with you? Naruhodo-san. For the blackest outfit. Black kitten. And from the look of this picture, at least, Miss Pavlova seems very attached to it. Can I look at the bell? We'll just present the cat. Issa Lunri. Issa Ferdinand. How are you? How's it going? How you do? How to be? Without doubt, your friend is the little kitten we see. Uh-huh. Cat, cat, cat. Oh, no. Now, where is the cat? Is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Oh! Pain and suffering like always, but oh well. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel you, though. Hopefully, the pain and suffering will lessen soon. Darka. Darka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind. Darka would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. Oh, Jesus. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band. Whereas, regrettably, the specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we give then, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me! She has a ribbon. It's not the snake's skin. It's a scarf, no? She just left it in her pocket. No one would ever have known. Ploys like that are Mr. Shone's specialty. He's ever so cleverly forced her to reveal something. Okay. It's okay. Anyway, I'll find it hard to believe that that's the skin of a snake. In which case, just what is it Miss Pavlova's hiding behind her back? It is a scarf. What else could it be? Oh. Is it a cat toy? Well, it is speckled and it is a band, but what is it? Seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth of some sort. And that looks like a handle at one end. It is a cat toy. It's a ribbon one, I think. Yeah, it's like a fluffy cat toy one. How is this a toy for cats? Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of play. Never mind, it's indeed a cat toy. I mean, you're not wrong though. It's like a fluffy wand. It is attached to a wand that you play with a cat. Sounds kawaii. I guess the cat must have escaped into the next room and she was trying to lure it back in. Yes, the thing you're trying but failing to conceal is a cat's toy. Precisely. And the true nature of the now infamous speckled band. And it was this toy that you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim could not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? My dear boy, there can only be one answer to that. The cat got into the room. After her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return. Ah. But why is half of its bell in the room? Why is there only half a bell? In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime is a blithesome Russian blue breed of a cat by the name of Darka. Yeah! Wait, our guess last time was right about it being a cat. Yeah, it was a cat! It was! We take the cat, picture of the kitty. It was after I gave her food last night. That's when it happened. Ah! Hello, kitty. Ah! She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared. Through the ventilator. But the cat couldn't have done it because there were no visible injuries, I do remember. Yeah, I think the cat just escaped next door. I don't think the cat caused the murder. Or did the murder. Maybe someone took the cat. Maybe the murderer took the cat. Moving on, we come to the heart. Okay, now time to just show him the autopsy report. That'd be a huge test for a cat. I know, right? A kitten, no less. A kitten. Ah. Need water. I'll get Edgeworth the updated autopsy report. Don't worry, I got it. No signs of a wound. Because we have the autopsy report. He doesn't. This one. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death could only be explained by the post-mortem report. Yes, I knew it was one or the other. Fucking stupid. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Seaman Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak, you know. The jury is out. Anyway, we have on good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as a fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. What? Kazuma died because his neck was broken. In other words, he was probably struck by something. Or someone. Yes, that's a distinct possibility. As of yet, no weapon has been found, though. Presumably, Darko didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow. I suppose it's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. I sure hope it fucking not. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. Oh yes, a bad fall would explain it. It's rather hard to believe of Kazuma-sama, though. He wasn't a clumsy man. Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that would explain what happened? Maybe the scuff? Hi, Winter. How's it going? How you doing? Maybe it's just the scuff. Examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death. What? I'm good? That's good. Hey, Chrono. How's it going? How you doing? Examination of what? Is it not just the autopsy again? Doing okay, finally folding laundry. Oh, you're better than me. I rarely fold my laundry. Let me see. An examination of the... Is it not just the autopsy report again? I burp, sorry. I mean, I guess we already did the autopsy. So the only other thing would be this, that he fell, right? They said maybe he fell, so maybe this is the scuff on the floor. I burp. Yeah, I burp a little. When yes appears on the screen, I heard Ryunosuke say "Hi," which means yes in Japanese. Trust me, I know. I checked Google Translate. Yeah, you're right. You're right, though. I'm enough of a weeb to know too. Yes, an examination of the mark on the floor will prove the cause of death conclusively. This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is the deposit of shoe polish. Shoe polish. Indeed. Positively identified by a little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. The color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Asogi's laced leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at the point on the floor and tripped. I'm gonna be really pissed at this game if they killed Kazuma because he fucking tripped. I don't think I'm gonna be happy. I don't think it's how he died, but they're kind of making me feel like it is. But the thing is, if he broke his neck, he would have died instantly. There's no way he would have had time to write a message, no? And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in an instant he lost his life. See, that doesn't make sense. I don't think he died from falling, because if he lost his life in an instant, he wouldn't have time to write me a message. So you're saying dying from tripping would be a mistake? Chrono, please! I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? Why is Pavlova recoiling to words? I know, right? Maybe she thinks it is her fault. What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Asogi lost his life? Yes, the facts are as clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. I don't think she did, though. I think she might think, maybe she thinks her cat was involved, but I think there was other mischief afoot. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. So she's recoiling to emotional damage? Maybe. Kazuma merely tripped and now he's no more? I don't think so. Yeah, that can't be true. I don't think so. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. But if this part of Mr. Strom's deduction is right, Ms. Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction that she just cast her eyes. Where, I wonder? Alright. Uh-huh. Only started occupying this game last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish in there. There is some trash. Oh, there's the bell! A broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It was the cat's bell. The other half is in the other room. Nope, it's in there. It's this thing. That's her cat's bell. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that wastepaper basket. Here we have why would you give your cat a glass bell that could break? That doesn't make any sense to me. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Hello. Love the VTube. Have a nice day. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ink Miss Squid. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Thank you. I appreciate it. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Uh-oh. It's the kitty's bell. So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death? should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin. Ah! Maybe the cat is really smart and could have strangled the victim. I don't know why my brain thinks that, but this Ace Attorney, this whole series makes no sense. I agree. You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? I don't know. In that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. Take it away. As in, I don't fucking know. Help me out here. Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass bell would be... If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see, hanging from Darka's collar, the very glass bell in question. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The cat becomes that old stretching cat meme. I like cats and cat memes. Turning long and strangled him like a snake. Like a fucking snake. Cat snake. Cat dog. The young man who lost his life last night did so after a truly inauspicious fall. Speaking of stretching. Oh. Back straight. Shoulders square. Ugh. Feet 90 degrees. And the cause, thank you. Liam, thank you. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Meow meow. Your absent feline friend, Darka. Cat dog. Cat dog. I couldn't tell anyone. I'm sorry. I still don't think he died by tripping over a cat. That's fucking stupid. There's no way that's solved. There's no way. No. Deduction complete? That doesn't make any sense to me. There's no way this is the solution. There's no way. Why don't you tell us now, Miss Pavlova? Tell us exactly what happened last night. There's no way she could have seen all this, no? It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Darka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. She was so fast. She disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her. And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound on the back of your hand, I take it. Yes. And I had read the rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Darka with me. Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious diseases. It's a precaution, really. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. There's no way the cat killed him. Something else killed him and the cat was there. It was very quiet, I was sure. If someone was there, he must be sleeping. Maybe he died before the cat came in. So at that point, you thought it safe to try to lure the kitten back again. By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin. Maybe the victim's neck landed on something during the fall and broke. That's what they're suggesting, but I don't think that's how he died. Darka always loves this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using your favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. Oh no, he wasn't dead. He was definitely there, because he saw the toy, and he heard the whistling. So, Kazuma was alive during this. So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then... Oh. I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out, and then... Oh, such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent. Cosmo was. This still doesn't make sense. He still wrote the message. I don't understand. Something's not adding up to me. From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. The SS Buria is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Asogi was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. There's no way. Don't you fucking do this to me. But what became of the kitten afterwards? Yeah, she couldn't have escaped. In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Oh, she did come back. Yet Darka is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case, and now she's disappeared again. Gracious, that cat is as unsufferably restless as I am. Well, he knows something about himself at least. Haha! When I woke this morning, I heard that young man in the next cabin next to mine had died. But I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what happened. This is still not adding up. He wrote a message. This still doesn't add up to me. I was too scared. Scared that they would send me back. I swear, if he's gonna call the cat Darka Scholes. Oh, hold a minute. What about the snake? You're right, where is it? The snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova. Then whose is it, and where did it come from? Oh, he likes it. Ara. What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on aboard this ship? Oh, I didn't say? Snake is my friend. Why didn't he pipe up, idiot? Ugh. His name is Pirazoko. Pirazgo? I'm not sure how to say it. What? Is that why he's not killing him? That snake belongs to you. He escaped from cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect him to find him in here. Yes, how did that snake get into this cabin? But animals are not permitted on board. Ha! We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend, without someone who understands? Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? Stroganoff broke his own rule. Yeah! But my dear burly fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake? Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. See, that's what I was thinking. It's not poisonous then. Hmm? Pirosco does not have venom. He is harmless, very long but very gentle. He is adorable like Granny. It's venomless. Yes. Now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see big smile. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? Get Stroganoff out of your Twitch aquarium. I know, right? Like they say, they milk chickens? Ridiculous. Snakes that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Pirosco eats mouses, big fat round mouses. Ah, oh. So, is that what the mousetrap in the passageway out there is for? Well, of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. Sholmes is in shock. It refuses to drink milk. It can't hear a whistle. It can't climb up a bell cord. And it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? It's not my fault. I do not make up stories. My Pirosco has nothing to do with this incident. So that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. There's no way he fell. I'm not gonna accept this. That's fucking stupid. Sholmes was confused as heck, as he always is, though. Miss Pavlova? I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But please remember this. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you. But what are you talking about, Miss Mikotoba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. It was just a series of unfortunate events. An accident. I don't think so. I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift of knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? To be perfectly honest, yes. That's what I'm saying! There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Did she go into the cabin to get the cat? Was she the one who wrote the message? I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oh. I'm only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction. A distraction? I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Oh, he put it back on me. Ah, not again. When did he do that? Especially as they're on your wrist as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call. You were, Mr. Sholmes. Hi, Sayuki. I've been lurking since the start. I am here. Smash. I would hate Smash this man because he's stupid. But he looks built enough that it might be a good time. Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. But welcome, Sayuki. How are you? The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Duh. Was he not? Yes, he's my best friend. The stupid ones are the one night stand, but memorable. True. I'm doing good. I would smash Sholmes with my rice paddle. Yes, I still have it. Good. Keep it. It's a good tool to have. Kazuma was my closest friend. I owe him my freedom, even. Yeah, Susato, dumb bitch. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo. Why me? I'm not the detective. Yes, whatever that may be. The key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I can chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. No, Kazuma. Makes me so sad. The truth about how you really died. About how the scene in your cabin really came to be. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo. So then, shall we begin? All right. What we should ponder first is the victim who lost his life in the cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? Or was it in fact no accident at all? This is what we must establish in the first instance. But we've already established it, haven't we? The man tripped over the kitten that had climbed into his cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident. Mata! Wait, let's just take a step back. It doesn't make sense if that's really what happened, does it? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to have to ask you to spell it out for me, I'm afraid. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right here at Cosmo's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't possibly have been a mere accident. Really? Let us show our hand, Mr. Naruhodo. Time to present the evidence. The evidence that proves unequivocally that the victim's death was no mere accident. It must be the crime scene photography, no? Because, like, he wrote the message. There's no way. There's no way it was an accident because he wrote something afterwards. The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. That's what I'm saying! That script, it's Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. The word written means wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people would leave a dying message in their native tongue. Language, Japanese in this case. Yeah, that's another thing. Why is it in Russian? Did Pavlova come in and write that message in Russian? But why? But maybe he was studying Russian. It's a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. It was Russian because he was in a hurry. Arrow, I need you to... That one hurt. That one fucking hurt. I'm not gonna lie. That one hurt. I'll get out. Sorry, what do you mean? Exactly what I said before. There's no way that Mr. Asogi could have left this message on the floor. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Yeah, there's no way he could have... If his neck snapped, there's no suffering a neck snap. You're dead. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. Instant death. Ah. Which means after the victim fell on the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Because he was already dead. That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there, if what Miss Pavlova told us was true. What? So Susato-san noticed it too then. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words... let me think. How did... Because I'm pretty sure it was Pavlova that went into that room. Oh, wait, the bell, right? The bell. If the cat was in there, the bell broke in half, right? But the other half of the bell was in Pavlova's room. So she must have gone in to Cosmo's cabin and took the other half of the bell for some reason. Is this bell? Because otherwise, how the fuck would... Yeah, it must be this one. Because she's trying to imply she never entered the room, but I think she did. This, the piece of broken glass next to the mark on the floor. But that's the glass bell the kitten had around its neck. We already know all about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. So we already have satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there's a very big flaw. A fatal flaw. What? If that's really what happened, then how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin? Yep. Yes, remember that we found the other half of the glass bell in the waste paper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? You went into the room, didn't you? Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. That when Mr. Asogi died last night in his cabin, there was someone else in the room. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth in order to cover up his or her own guilt. First of all, why'd you only take half the bell? I would have taken the whole bell and hid it. Yes, there was someone else present in Mr. Asogi's... Hey, you're wasting time. Someone else was there? Of course, we know this. What are you talking about? Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in or out. Yeah, but we already... Well, we need to tell them about the bookcase and the ship lurching. It's true. I was in the cabin when it happened. Shut up and listen, right? Shut your mouth and listen. You were shut inside the cabin wardrobe, to be precise about the details. But I don't know Russian. There's no way I could have left that message. Oops. Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message, to be precise about the details. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow. As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been asleep in there the entire time. How did she know I was in there? And then the same person picked up the broken glass bell that fallen onto the floor for fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Asogi really died. But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell anyway? Leaving half behind was always going to raise questions. That's what I'm saying. Why was he asleep in the wardrobe? Oh, I'm a stowaway. I was a stowaway in Kazuma's luggage. So in case any of the crewmen came by, I would sleep in the wardrobe. Ah! Astra! Astra Raid! Astra Raid! Hi, Astra! Welcome, Raiders! Hi! Hi! Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Thank you, Warden Primordial, for the follow. Thank you, thank you. My name's Lenry Liu. I'm one of Astra's siblings, and we're currently playing Ace Attorney Chronicles. How was Elden Ring, Astra? How was Elden Ring? Little hearts went brr. Yeah. Hello, welcome, Raiders. We in the middle of solving a murder case. Stretch? Okay, I'll stretch. Big stretch. Mark! This is a raid. I'll defend myself with my rice paddle. Pretty good. We started New Game Plus and almost beat the game. Jesus! That's really impressive. That game would have broken me for sure. But welcome, welcome. To Astra and their raiders, if you have something to do or need to go rest or eat or something, feel free to do so. Don't feel pressure to stick around. But if you have a moment, we're in the middle of unraveling a murder mystery that I'm being framed for. But if you plan on playing this game, Ace Attorney Chronicles, there are spoilers up ahead. Just letting you know. But welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. A single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of a teeny item. We're trying to deduce, or we're trying to unravel the secrets of why this crime scene is set the way that it is. I'm being framed for the murder of my best friend, which is not allowed. You all suspect me, don't you? Seaman Stroganoff. Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skills and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship. A member of ship's band. You do not accuse of ship's angel of being criminal. I can and I will, bitch. I can and I will. So what if you know her? Where'd the snake go? Oh, good question. Where'd the snake go? That's a wild name. Stroganoff? You say that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth. Okay, so what's your evidence? Well, this is all most interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray? How can you be so sure? You are a great detective. You should know. Oh, was she not? Look truth in eyes, cabin. Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. Specifically a seaman name being that, yes. Everyone on this ship is Russian. So they have Russian names. Stroganoff, like beef stroganoff. And like Pavlova, the dessert Pavlova. That's the connection I took away anyway. Nah. Nobody could go into cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Nine! Niet! Niet! It's impossible. I pointed out all the food references, by the way. You did. You brought it to public knowledge. It was in my head, though. He's right. But wait, I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread amount door latches so they can open and close them from the outside. Both of you are wrong! Thread, are you stupid? These bulkheads are not barn doors. Certainly not. These are watertight doors, as one would expect to find on any modern steamship. Constructed of heavy steel, without a gap in sight, no threads or needles or magnets could have been used. No, of course not. I thought so too. But Mr. Naruhodo suggested it earlier, so... Susato said, how could you stiff it onto me like... She just blames me. It was her idea. I mean, if you think hard enough, you can phase through the door. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, if you take your person, run your collision box into a seam of the polygon hard enough, you can probably slip right through it. Yeah. You know, how those speedrunners do. I'll go try now. No! So, Seaman Stroganoff has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. What? I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have in mind having been used before. I don't believe it. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I know what you mean, buddy. A way to shut the bolt of the cabin door from the outside. One way does spring to mind, yes. Do you really know what Mr. Sholmes means, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, and so should you. Because we've seen it happen. Or you could just side hop everywhere like in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. If we're talking about Ocarina of Time, you could just code it. You could just, We're at with the Ocarina of Time. We're at the point where you can start coding shit in game. If we want to start side hopping and seam writing, we're gonna be the Wind Waker at that point. Let me know the results. All right, so we know how the latch came to close on the door earlier because the boat lurched forward earlier. So it knocked down everything. Point at the telling signs at the method that was used to slide the cabin door bolt across. It was this one. The bookcase. Look at the bookcase there. I always wanted to play Wind Waker. Well, maybe soon we will, because Wind Waker will be available on the Switch through the Nintendo expansion, I think, on the GameCube emulator. I have been wishing for the same thing, which I will be playing Wind Waker. See how all the books and things on it have toppled over? Door stuck. That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before. Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes across the entire ship. You're not trying hard enough. Yeah. It has to be frame perfect, Astra. Frame perfect. And I'm hoping Twilight Princess also goes into the GameCube thing. I hope so. That'd be very cool. There's a lot of potential for the GameCube being announced. I want Fire Emblem. Frame perfect, head first, metal door, got it. Yep. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over. I believe. Yes, that's what's known as force of inertia, acting on the objects. Is there nothing Susato-san doesn't know? Or that isn't her book, at least. Well, whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over those books on the bookcase also made something else in this cabin move. The latch. The bolt on the cabin door. Why is she acting surprised? She saw it. We had come into this cabin not long before. We hadn't bolted the door. I broke the door. That's okay. Now you can get through it. You don't have to do a frame perfect move now. Now you can just walk through. Yep, good enough. I drink water. My voice is starting to sound funny. That's it. When the ship stopped suddenly, the bolt flew across and locked the door. Yes, it's made of metal, but it's small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Okay, I drink more water. Ugh, goodness gracious. Or the force, or why is it ineptia? It's called inertia, no? Whatever. Are you trying to say that last night after Miss Sasaki was killed? If one of my roommates was here, he would joke saying something like, "Sorry, my throat broke the door." Jesus. When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelves had toppled over, and all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over. Yes, I remember that. And I stood them all up again, didn't I? Then when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over. Just like in Mr. Asogi's cabin. Damn, the strong winds. Knocked everything like a cat. Meow meow. Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? Meow. Are you out of your mind? You say Burya made emergency stop. It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room. Oh, it is simple enough. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Used to trigger the emergency alarm. Yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there, telling you only to press the button in times of emergency. On dark nights when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout alone. Hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press it to satisfy one's curiosity. Wait, it was you? When the button is pressed, two things happened in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings and the vessel comes to a complete stop. As indeed it did a little earlier today. Mr. Sholmes? Surely it wasn't you who... As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. To be pressed. Whatever the occasion. He's such an idiot. Also, now he has broken glasses, I noticed. Yeah, he got beat up by the captain. He sounds almost proud of himself. How dare you mess with this ship? I report you to Captain. You are in much trouble now. Now, I'm sure all that can wait until later. Let us not overlook the fact that we have now learned a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin door slide closed. So, what we must now consider... Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi... Did this ship make an emergency stop? Or did it not? You are idiots. Buria is a huge ship with many passengers. If we make emergency stop even in middle of night, there would be chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo? Is that why we all have headaches? That we all bumped our head because of the emergency stop? It's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea. Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo? Our headaches? Do show us. What evidence promotes the theory that some emergency gripped this vessel last night? The ship log. Because nothing was written. So that means something must have happened. Ship's log. Seaman Stroganoff. It's your duty to patrol the first-class area of the ship, isn't that right? Ah, that is correct. Why? The ship's logs here. This would be where you record the details of your duties. What are you doing with that? That is mine. Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop a little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we took it in our care, with a mind to return it to you later. I left it there on purpose. That is where I put it always. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase, nothing to report, every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until the first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log. That is... because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally write nothing to report, wouldn't you? Uh-oh. Indeed so, which tells us that shortly after 2 a.m., something happened here aboard the SS Buria. I got him. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish. Something to report. If I'm perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh? Why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed. That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently, and the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anyone would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night. Well, no. That's a good point. I still think we all got gassed to fall asleep. The whole boat got gassed, so everyone fell asleep so they could do an emergency stop. What of that throbbing? Sorry, what do you mean? Your head, man. The throbbing of your head inside this morning. Since this morning. We have all suffered with it. Oh, yes. I have had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected. He's right. My head's been throbbing today, too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. Wait, did I get poisoned? Can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside the wardrobe. See, yeah, we must have been all put to sleep in some manner then. The first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. I had already been dragged out of the wardrobe and had those handcuffs put on me by that point. Maybe you all got drunk. Why didn't I wake up when all that was happening to me? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo. You boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, well, yes. Sorry. The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Ah, well, Cosmo looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. Turns out it was just a wild party, maybe. Nah. I think we got gassed. So you enjoy, or at least spiked somehow. You enjoyed some sort of whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it. Yes. In fact, I had all of that. Cosmo wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all. That's right. He didn't touch it. Is that relevant? That means he would have been awake for the emergency stop. Wait. My dear fellow, does that not strike you? Mr. Sholmes, do you mean to say that there was something wrong with the chicken? I do. No. Really, is that really true? The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. Oh shit. Tampered with by the addition of a sporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. Ah. As a sleeping drug. It could be turkey. Turkey has a thing that makes people sleepy. What? Is that true? Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? Oops, my bad. Whoa, Warden Primordial drugged the crew. Drugged the entire ship. Uh-oh. Yes, it is. It is? Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. A far-fetched idea. Precisely. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board with a sporific drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. What? Well, seamen. I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. Who killed my friend? If you refuse to talk, oh dear, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over the coals for aiding and abetting a renegade. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Wait, why would they bother doing that? I'm so confused. Please, no more. I'll tell everything. I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Yes. So when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me. We all agreed to help, everyone together. She threw away everything. Her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel. I don't believe it. You're right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Yes, I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. Stroganoff is getting nervous. Yes! You cannot make all drug. How do you say dissolve? Ugh, talk about heavy seasoning. At midnight, in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. She was helped by a comrade on shore with small fishing boat. Oh, it was a cover-up to smuggle her onto the ship, while all the passengers on the SS Bria slept soundly. Thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained. So if that's what happened, the only people awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who disliked chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door. Drop something. It wasn't a potion, it was a drug. It was. How does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there would have been complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Ah, of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins, after which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. Yep, that's true. They were all asleep. The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway. And so, not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in early hours of the morning. Is that right? Something doesn't add up. You have talked long time and said many things. What is point? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Got him on the ropes. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. But I don't know about any of this. I'm just a little girl. Oh, shut up. You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am Sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories. We don't believe. Are you telling me you're just fucking stupid? And if you don't understand something, you ignore it? The fuck? Sailors like me, we only trust what we can see with our eyes. Yes. A laudable trait. What? I'm quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes. Do you hear it? That accusatory cry of guilt on the wind? What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you lost me. Proof of involvement, man. You can't hear such a call with your ears. No. You must hear it with your eyes. I hear it. For observation is the basis of all deduction. What are you talking about? I believe the time has come for one final logic and reasoning spectacular to expose the truth. I'm fucking tired of this. You better not do this whole thing again, Sholmes. This better be a mini one. Okay, good. We're skipping to me helping. Okay, thank God. Okay, we're gonna observe of these two provocators. If you remember, Mr. Naruhodo, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we? By tampering with the scene of Mr. Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. And for the finale, everyone get hyped! Precisely, you are delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. Fair, fair, fair. Alright, let's take a look. Whoa! Midriff. Alright, what's suspicious about them? I'm looking. What am I looking for? What's... Wait! Ink stain! This ink stain is the same ink that spilled in the victim's room. Found it. Seaman Stroganoff, you seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Eh? Yes, I don't know where the dirt comes from. The culprit is Stroganoff. It makes sense, though. I think he snapped Kazuma's neck. So nothing in particular comes to mind about the stain? What are you trying to say? It would appear that the significance of this stain has escaped your attention, Seaman. Allow us to make it plain. There's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform. I think what made it is clear. Indeed it is. So, Mr. Naruhodo, present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright. Which photo has the ink? Purple ink is this one. Let me just double check there's nothing else. No, it's the only place where the scene of the crime was pictured. The message was written in purple ink. Yes, this photograph and the ink it shows. That's what caused a stain on your uniform. Ink? A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. Ah, the penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the victim's body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of exactly the same color. ink had been dry. It couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin moments immediately after the ink was spilled. Haha, bitch. Alright, yes. It was me. I did it. Everything? I think he's covering up for Pavlova still. I arranged everything in dead student's cabin to make it look like Wardrobe Man did it. Then I pressed button to make Birya do emergency stop and bolt cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel. Biff, please. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty, patrolling passageway. Then our angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please, you must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one. My little furry friend. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Asogi's cabin. Then he tripped over and broke his neck when he fell. No. Kazuma did not die tripping on a cat. Are you kidding me? I'm about to drop this game right now. So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pavlova then visited the cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard heard sound of something falling on floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel? The door was not locked. So she opened to look and you already know what happened after. Cosmo died from cancer. Now, there's just one thing. If you wouldn't mind. Fake face attorney. What? When you went to Mr. Asogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why? I already told you. When Nina opened the door of student's cabin and looked inside, I was asking Miss Pavlova. Yeah, shut up, Stroganoff. It's not fake, it's prequel. Yeah. Ass attorney. Well, Miss Pavlova. Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark, and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand. And I believe you. So is that finally it now? Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death at last? Something nearly slipped my mind. Mr. Sholmes? This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. I hate him. The cause of death was a broken neck. Therefore, the victim died instantly. And the unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there's one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. What do you mean, unnatural? Eh? What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Eh? What do you mean? Well, I don't know what he could be referring to. If Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of bad luck broke his neck, which part of this photograph print seems unnatural? Uh... Something unnatural? Ugh. Let me think. What looks unnatural about it? Would it not... his hand? Maybe his left hand? Because we know he didn't write this. So this hand and this message is staged, which we already confirmed. This is staged. This is fine. The only... I mean, his hand is closed, like it's gripping something. If you collapse, you wouldn't have a closed fist, no? That's my Hail Mary is this one. Because if he fell dead, he would be relaxed. He wouldn't be fist closed. Baby! Alright, if he really fell due to an unfortunate accident, then his fist just doesn't seem quite right. Oh, was it? Okay. Okay. The exact same thought occurred to me. Ah, okay. In a fall, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. Fair, that's true. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Is he holding something? Almost, you might say. As if he were gripping something. What is he holding? What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. Oh, well, that's just evidence I was not privy to. And what, pray, do you imagine I found there, my dear fellow? Mr. Sholmes, show us, please. Did the Russian guy snap his neck? He brings us up now. I know, right? Why, of course, my dear madame. Why would I keep you in suspense? This is what I found. This looks like something that belongs to Pavlova. Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle. Yes, you're right, a crescent moon. It kind of looks like an earring. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? Tells us nothing. I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks... it looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Observation, Mr. Naruhodo. That is the key. I mean, you could have told me this earlier, stupid. The truth is now tantalizingly close. It looks like an earring. How did that crescent moon come to be in Cosmo's clenched fist? It'd be really weird if it was her earring. Because how the fuck did he get that? Alright, let's check her ears. Could be a trinket. I don't know, the way the loop at the top kind of holds, it kind of looks like an earring to me. Let's see. She has a cuff on this side. There it is. It is an earring. It's right there. There's Pavlova on your ear there. I see you have a crescent moon as well. Oh, shit. Wait, how did Cosmo come to have the earring in his hand? What? Even Stroganoff is confused. And on your other ear is nothing. There seems to be a crescent moon missing. The little link holding on must have broken, I suppose. See? It is an earring. Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there is only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asoki must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, Last night, in Mr. Asoki's cabin, you witnessed the moment the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. Murder! But then the question is, why did Mr. Asoki do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? Oh my god. Oh. That was quite the effect. She didn't kill him, did she? When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabinet, I could relax after this horrible long day. Mau Mau. Darka, wait! The breakdown has happened. I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy. But nothing worked. Darka would not come back. Knock, knock. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, he thought it was the inspector. I thought it was a friend of mine. That scared me for a second. The young man from your country. He was very polite and kind. He helped me find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew Kazuma would help her if she asked, because he's nice. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, I was going to leave the man's cabin. Just a moment. Sorry, but... Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Uh-oh. Ah, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Oh. No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in faraway east know a Russian ballerina? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. She told him. So you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Why did I think I could trust him? I don't think he was going for the cord. Was he gonna consult with Ryosuke? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted. And then... Meow! Darka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... I pushed him. Are you fucking kidding me? Hi, La, how are you? This is the dumbest death for the guy with the most aura points in this game I have ever experienced. Are you kidding me? I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. Oh my god. And that's when you went to fetch help. From Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out and thud on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I'll be... Please, I have nowhere to go." Girl... So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Cosmo's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door. Yes. I went into cabin and I looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway and Wardrobe still sleeping. Ah, that's how I figured out I was there. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the Stowaway. I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged the young man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote wardrobe so the person who found him would look inside the wardrobe and find Stowaway. And tell me, what of the glass bell? Say it. I love Lise. Say it properly. It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to her cabin, and I finished the job. By pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Yes. Accordingly, the SS Buria did indeed come to an emergency halt a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. The girl murdered my friend. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said that you told Cosmo about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? What? Oh, I see. Yes, but even if he had pulled the belt cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem? I still have rice paddles, by the way. It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Ah, Inspector. He was expecting the police. He said an inspector was his friend. Ah, yes, meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I think that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the belt cord, I... May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Asogi really going to pull the belt cord? I thought he was gonna wake me up and ask my opinion. That's what I thought. I don't know. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? I think he would have asked me. Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain, but... he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done. No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not done yet, it seems. There is one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes? What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? He was probably going to wake me up. The wardrobe is next to the pulley. Can we not... Right? Can we determine whether the young man's gaze was directed? No, because this is a fucking made-up memory that we don't have. First, consider the victim's location within the cabin. Every detail of that room. Got a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There's one thing I've learned today. It's that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze of where it lands. This is made up. So when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? Me! Just to look around. Yeah, just me. There must have been just me. No? The wardrobe. My wardrobe. I was in there at the time, of course, sleeping soundly. Too soundly. If only I hadn't eaten that chicken that was laced with the sleeping drug. If only he'd woken me up. Then maybe this tragedy would have never happened. I like how it says bed. His bed. I remember him being annoyed about the pillow. He said it was too thin. Didn't he put that bag, a thick book of Japanese law underneath it, in fact? Perhaps he was thinking of looking something up. Either that or talking to Miss Pavlova made him acutely tired. Pillow perfectionist. What kind of fucking achievement is that? Bell cord. Going to pull the cord. I'm sure of it. I think maybe the wardrobe's a little too far off. If he was going straight for this bell, maybe he was going for his bed, because that's the closest thing. Maybe? That's what I'm gonna assume. I want to think he was going to wake me up, but that's not within lines. I have lines. Let me think. Kazuma had placed a large book of law underneath his pillow. I believe he was going to consult that book in order to find a way to help you. Although I'm not quite sure how Japanese law would have been relevant, but still. The truth is absolute. You cannot see someone look one way but follow their gaze another. Ha. So the bed was wrong. From where I'm standing, it was quite wrong. You appear to be out by a fair margin. Okay, so it was not the bed? He was going to wake me up. That's what I assumed. When he says, let me consult someone, I assumed he was going to wake me up. Okay. According to Miss Pavlova, Kazuma's exact words were, I could use another opinion. Okay, so I should have followed my gut. He was going to wake me up. He was going to wake me up. Okay, it was me. It was me. I should have believed myself. Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. See, the angle made it look stupid. Whatever. The wardrobe? And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Ah. Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Miss Asogi's exact words last night? Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. Good sleep. Big mood. Chicken was laced with melatonin, at least I think. No, it was some other drug. They mentioned it, but it wasn't melatonin. Another opinion? Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if between them they might be able to help in some way, no doubt. Oh no. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. You killed me. Shut up, Kago. How's it going? Also, I got popcorn. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had. Miss Pavlova? I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. I'm sorry. Meh. Really? I'm so sorry. You killed my best friend, bitch! Wait, Kago? Cosmo? We're going to pull the bell cord to get your friend. What have I done? You killed my best friend and tried to frame me for it. Let me... No, I didn't, Kago! Shut up! And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Buria was finally laid to rest. I'm so unsatisfied with this story. You're saying the maximum aura best friend with the biggest dreams and the smartest brain got killed because the little 15-year-old pushed him into the bedside corner and he hit his neck by accident? You're telling me my friend died in such a stupid manner? I'm fucking mad. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now then? You think this is all over? Yes, it... Oh, God. I'm scared. Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to reparate her? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out. Mr. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia, then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she is in exile for life. I see. I'm sorry. Seaman Stroganoff? I want to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you. About how you lost good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police. That's kind of you. Oh. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kago, we already deducted that it was Pavlova, not Lundry. True! Well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Duh. No, that's too obvious. Lundry was behind the mask. I am not! Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different. So, you should get back to your cabin now. Yay, Hong Kong trip. I'm getting deported. What do you mean? It looks like my study tour at Great Britain is over before it even begun then. I wasn't even invited. To think that only days ago, Cosima and I were laughing together about how we tear up the streets of London. Seems like a distant memory now. I'm so sad. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? No! Susato! Susato-san. Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned. Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack. You know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. Uh-oh, she's gonna cry! I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over, just like that. Susato-san. He has such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. And now they've been cruelly taken away. Just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth. That it was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. That's just too much. Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Who said that? Oh, hi, Inspector. Inspector, my duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain. But I failed. And caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I've let everyone down. There's no way you could have known. And I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. And I'm free again now, at least. Why do I have Hank Sholmes? I'm gonna kick his ass. Surprised, Mr. Naruhodo? What is the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling manner. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. Bitch. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Without Sholmes, not glad the mystery is not solved. What? Sorry? So I decided to restore them for old time's sake. Shall we say you are a stowaway after all? What the fuck is happening? He thinks this is funny? I'm so confused. Mr. Sholmes? We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences. Loss of your companion is truly heart-trending. I hope that you'll be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I'm afraid that won't be possible. We shall be disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute. It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was a stowaway. The terms of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be. In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the story tour can no longer go ahead. Oh no. I don't care for me, but... Poor Susato-san. My dear fellows, am I gonna pretend I'm Kazuma and go in his place and go study in Great Britain? My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely. But there's no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer. Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. Oh, but anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer. Leonard didn't kill you. It was Pablo or Cat. Lay off. Kago's trying to frame me. Chat, you see that? Kago's trying to frame me. Yes. It's all in good fun, though. Vengeful spirit will haunt you. No! Mr. Sato? Yes? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? Oh. I'll stop Kago with my rice paddle. No, don't dirty the rice paddle. You need to use it for rice. Oh my god, sussy. On Susato-san's face. But you're not a lawyer, Naruhodo. Oh. Unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but... I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. Raffle, find something better. No! No! But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I have a month in which to study. To learn what I must to become a great lawyer in Britain. In 1 month? No, don't... The rice paddles are for eating rice, not slapping people. Mr. Naruhodo, that's ridiculous! Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector. Every single day. Will you let me try? And if by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. Oh my god. Crashing early, so gonna head to bed. Thanks for stream. Thanks for stopping by, Chrono. I'll see you again soon. Have a good night. Thank you. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma. He said there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. Rinosuke can learn everything in 30 days. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Mr. Sato? Are you gonna help me? Oh, what a sweet smile. I think it's a wonderful idea. Thank you. Ah, that's cute. So, what does our bi-spectacle inspector friend say? Are you serious? Witnesses, she didn't kill you. See, Liam is my defense attorney. And Kago is the prosecutor. One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No. It's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating? I am Phoenix Wright and Kago is Edgeworth. Yeah. Duty and rules are dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest. Give us fascination. No. I'm the judge. I've deemed it now. I'm the judge. You're not the judge, Kago. I'm the judge. For all intents and purposes, you have passed away. Because the ballerina pushed you. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. No. True. Objection, you don't even have a legal degree, Kago. Court adjourned. You can't adjourn. My court is my court. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now, despite contending with the passing of his close companion and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. True. Gosh, I'm streaming. My voice is going. Very well. I think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector. After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here. Ah, thank you, Inspector. If you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters, I think. I need to discuss what to do next and how best to make my report. By pigeon. Drink your damn water, I know, right? Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? I can hear your voice really dying. I know, it's so bad. Would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Because to be honest, I've been talking in a very lazy manner. If I was speaking with more intent, it wouldn't have come to this. I was really just reading lazily, to be honest. She is a judicial assistant, so she can help me learn. And Mr. Naruhodo, I'd like you to take charge of this. What? Me? Are you sure? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. He is my best friend. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword that's been in the Asoki clan for generations. Very well, I accept. I'll treasure it always. We wish the Ace Attorney games would have VAs. True. I think they should have a partial VA. Like during main scenes, they should voice act them. But in other places, they can leave it out. Because even visual novels that I play that are romance, some of them are half voiced, to be honest. Not all of it's voiced, but some of them are all voiced, some of them are half voiced. So if an Ultimate game could do it, I think Ace Attorney could do it too, to be honest. I don't know why they haven't. It would require a big budget. I think it might be fine. I think they could have at least voiced this one. This is a spin-off. I think the spin-off would have been good. They have a big fan base too? Oh yeah, 100%. Because there are multiple, like Hakuoki is like a multi-game visual romance visual novel, and they have reoccurring VAs for that for multiple games. So I don't know why Ace Attorney doesn't do the same, to be honest. Ernest, favor to ask you. Okay, what is it? Please throw me to the ground. Oh, I don't think I have that skill to throw you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course, you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. Yeah, it should have, stupid. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, I was completely unforgivable behavior. I won't okay, I'm not gonna throw a girl. Especially, I am unskilled. I could actually hurt her by accident. I should have never thrown you, not just once, but 5 times. I gotta throw 5 times? Please, you must. Jesus. I'm not gonna throw you. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training. That's what I said. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed. When did he see that? I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling. Oh, well, in a way, it's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujitsu technique. What the fuck? Apparently, it's called the Susato takedown. It leaves your head swimming, believe me. How beguiling. I am a practitioner of the combative arts myself. Ugh, of course you're a boxer, stupid. There he goes, dancing around again. Wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw. He almost socked her. Did you see that? Okay. Now throw him. Throw him right now. Throw Sholmes right now. Are you ready? Don't throw me! Why didn't she throw Sholmes? As you can see, you can throw from the abdomen. What the hell? Ah, yes, arresting indeed. And that is what you term the Susato takedown, is it? Actually, no. That was a Susato squash. What? Why did I get thrown again? In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Cosma flickered into my mind. Karuma. That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through I know this already. We already talked about this. Yes. You already explained this to me in the beginning of the game. Japanese man's sword is his soul. It can't be parted from my katana. Slice evil. Okay. I don't care about your sword lore. Oh, you have to do in Great Britain? Okay. What was your goal? Okay. I already read this earlier. Among Us. I already read this text earlier. That important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. Yeah, I know. He didn't tell us. But I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. Among Us. End. Yippee! Crash course candidate. Oh, we did it! Some of these sections are a lot longer than I expect them to be. Quite interesting. I see. So it's a completely another episode. There are 5 episodes. Okay. Next one is called The Adventure of the Runaway Room. Runaway Room. Anyway, I gotta go. That's fair. I gotta go too. My voice is exploding. We gotta cease this. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my voice. But I'm having fun so far. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's see. Let's see. Who is online right now? I'm experienced brain overload. 3 sibling streams open at the same time. I am going to who's online right now? Oh, Rosie's online. Let's raid Rosie. She's doing a 24-hour stream. She just started too. We'll do that. It's her birthday too. So for those who want to stick around a little longer, I'll be raiding into my sibling Rosie. She's doing a 24-hour stream because it's her birthday. So give me a second while I do my outro. But today is Friday. We played Ace Attorney Chronicles. And tomorrow, maybe, actually, I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or Sunday. Tomorrow or Sunday, I'll be playing again. I'll be streaming again. I'm not sure what game yet. I want to do Subnautica, but I kind of want to do Monster Hunter. Probably should go too soon, but I'll stay for the birthday surprises. Yippee! I'll stay for the raid, but it's going to be a raided dip. No problem. Oh, I didn't realize the casino was starting. Oh, well. I'm going to be hunting later. Hell yeah. Maybe I'll play Monster Hunter on the weekend. We'll see. I might stream tomorrow, I might stream Sunday. I'm not entirely sure yet. But that is the plan. But thank you everybody for stopping by my stream today. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone it is for you. And hopefully I'll catch you in my next stream sometime this weekend. And if not then, maybe on X/Twitter or maybe on my Discord. Whichever comes first. Need to play at least one of the games. That's fair. All right, we're gonna be again rating my sibling Rosie for her birthday. So everyone tell her happy birthday and be kind. She's also doing a 24-hour stream, so let's all support her there. All right, thank you everybody. I'll see you all later. Have a good night. See you soon. Bye bye everybody. Oh my god, cutscene. Pause. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye. No riot. You guys are gonna go. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye.